Hey everyone, it's Lemmy Swiftwing. Welcome in. Um, so we are building up our mega train. Is that? It's going nighttime, isn't it? I'm building this during night. This is going to be awkward. Um, you guys may remember we have one. We have what? 7 orders. Give me a 2,800 ton train, and this is just going to be all kinds of awkward. Right, there's that one. Speaking of, I need to get this stuff together and. Silver Ace, welcome in. Welcome to the stream. And thank you for the follow. Okay, there's the other one. You disconnected? You are. You are not on. You are also fully fueled. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Actually, hang on. Hey, Sleepy. Welcome in. Okay, that way from it. Alright, I need to... Where's DE6? There it is. Whoops, I was in the way. Not like summoning a train. Anyway. Prep this for operations. The other one's full up. We got a very large train we got to put together. And a DH4 to work with. So you guys get to see DH4 for the first time on my stream. I actually skipped out on it. That being said... I do need to get... Right, break cut off. It didn't start... No. Come on. I do not have the hammer. I'll need to grab that. And connect. Right, that's airlines. Check. And MU cable, check. Alright. Okay. She's operational. And pull this forward a bit. I'm only dragging the train, right? Okay. Yep. Back up and grab that. Alright, we'll do the same connection. Airline. Check. MU unit. Check. Alright. So, that's all connected. I need to make sure. Turn this off. Brake cutoff is not on. I need to grab that. So I need the hammer. Hammer. This is how you uninstall crap. I need that for the DH4. That's why I'm removing it from there. Alright. Alright, so DH6, H0. This is D, right? Yeah. And E50, or E110 and E50 all need to be right behind these two. Okay. I'm hoping to have the train put together before daylight. But one of the big contributing, and I'm not even worried about that, sadly. One of the big contributing factors for anyone that was here last night, is the rain. We do not want rain. That's gonna make this very difficult, even with the DH4. I wished I had a third DE6, but we just don't. Alright, so we're after those cars there. Alright, chill one. Although in hindsight, hang on a second. How heavy are those? 141, 140, or 42.3, 76. That's gonna be too much for the DH on its own. Maybe. It might be worth putting that together and putting down the siding. Let's put the first half together, then we can hook the DH4 up to it. Otherwise, we're going to accidentally choke it off with the front half, and we won't be able to get it out. So, give me half a second. Need to make sure we're going on the right track first. Or, so, D5S. So that needs to be to the right. In the interest of, again, this train being just a little on the heavy side for the DH4, I'm going to kind of throw this one together, this half together. What is going on with you three? Alright. Can put down red. Yeah, connections are good. Alright, that needs to go into E4O. We'll open this. Left. Yep, E4. We need to grab both trains out of there. Throw these in the middle, and then we need to grab what's in E5 and throw those, attach that on top of it. E's. Okay. Okay. Right, left. Now I have to be very careful about this, because the cars I'm backing into will explode if damaged. These are all these are empty. These tanker cars are all empty. It's a logistic call. The ones I'm backing into, not so much. And you guys feel sluggish compared to normal. Should probably be more worried about that. I mean, I know the oops, I say sluggish. Slug is the thing. Okay, there it goes. Now it's slowing down a little faster than like it should. Yeah, if these guys are ammonium nitrate, those will go boom. And gonna set that there. That's where we'll put them down. FH55, which is an E5, I can grab that with the DH4. Yeah, they can. Kaboom is a thing. I'm hoping not to. Here. Uh, yeah, so if you look at the placards, once it's flammable, the other has this, that's explosive. I really don't want to do that for obvious reasons. Admittedly, this is not oil well central, so it won't end as horribly. Oh, never mind. That's diesel. There's diesel cars gasoline cars right there. Diesel will burn, but it won't explode. Oops. I had taken some time earlier in the playthrough to go to yeah. I had taken some time to go through and actually explode, run a train into another train, or into parked cars in Oil Central, and watch the kaboom. Um, did it a couple times. One of them is actually a separate little video. So when I get that published on my YouTube channel, I will link it to you guys in our Discord server, in the Strays Discord. So you guys can see the boom. I do it from two personnel points. I have it once in the engine, in like this, and I have it once in third person. And the and once where it was not as kaboom because everything was oil and that burns but doesn't explode. Yeah, they're already uploaded to my YouTube. It's just they're not published, so they're not public yet. I was kind of waiting. I'm still a little backlogged on that. Okay. Hopefully I don't burn out the brakes. I shouldn't. These are whole train brakes. Alright, D6 is the next set where I want to attach this guy to. So I'll go ahead and move this over to D6. get some speed in here. And I need to move it way back because I got this entire long ass train to bring in. This is a 66, right? Yep. Wow, heaviest train yet. And the longest. And even with the DH4, it might not, I might not have enough power to get up the initial hill. How far are we from the... Not quite enough, but... Push a little further back. Admittedly, the DH4 can push this tire load as long as it's flat, but rather not push any harder than I actually have to. Let's throw this in D, and we'll go grab our DH4, grab this last train. I think there's gonna be enough room on the track. There's one at 11, right? Oh wait, hang on. Hang on. Am I grabbing the wrong train here? Six, that's E5. Oh, yeah, I am. I absolutely am. Never mind. DH will be fine. Cause it's that one? Yeah, that one. No, we're fine. Okay, apparently the Kitsune has lost her mind. Which honestly sounds about right. Oh yeah, thank you for stopping in, Silver. I'm glad. Like I said, I will post that video when I get it actually published. That way you guys can see the kabooms. But thank you for coming in and hanging out even for a little bit. It's weird. Oh, I know why. That's as heavy as the rest, and that doesn't have independent braking like these two do. Hold on. What's going on here? Hold on, hold on. What's going on here? I think I found out what's going on here. Oh, I think. Oh, I wonder if that was a thing. I wondered if what was going on because the independent break shouldn't have been that weak. Okay, so something's not right here. Uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna be really bad. See something here. For some reason the MU system's not working with one of the locomotives. So I'm trying to troubleshoot because if I don't have both the E6s, this is not going to work. Okay, that appears to be working. Is at the very minimum I need both the E6s operational. Why? Are you not? Okay, hang on. I'm gonna try reloading. Maybe it's a bug. I hope it's a bug. As it takes 2 DE4s just to equal a DE6 or 2 DH4s to equal a DE6. And I only have 2 DH4s. I mean, there's another way around it, admittedly. Okay, it was a bug. Thank God. We need to double check. Okay, yeah. You can hear the hum of the. You can hear the hum from the slug. Okay. Oh, Jesus. That is a scare I did not need. Okay. Well, I knew something was wrong because you listen, you can, well, you might not hear it. I don't know. But I can, with my headphones, I can hear the humming from from the slug, but I wasn't hearing it earlier. And something seemed odd because the train independent brake was acting like I only had one train going. As normally all three of these have independent brakes. You flip one, all of them go off. Well, it wasn't braking for anything. It just it literally felt like I was trying to stop an entire train with one set of brakes. So but yeah, it all relies heavily on having that second DE6 and the slug working properly. We have to have the MU to do that, and I think I need another. Oh no. Nope, nope, nope. Come here. Uh, Frag. I gotta find all these again. Or that's 5. Coal power plant. Farm. City West. No. You. 3. Should have 7. Okay, good. Four, 3, 6, 6, 5, 74, 79, 05. Okay. Oh, jeez. I don't get bugs very often. That's the nice thing about this is it's actually a pretty stable game. I think I've gotten 3 bugs up to this point. One I accidentally fell through the train and in the ground. The other one was the other night we had to reload and or when my train kind of glitched weirdly, and then this one, but I don't get that many very often, which is admittedly nice. By the way, you guys get to see the fun that is the DH4. Too bad it's not the demonstrator unit. Now I gotta remember how to start this up though. Where's the fuse box? All right. Cabin lights. Cut off. That's the bell. And I still forgot this damn solder thing. Honestly, I'll be glad when I get my actual demonstrator one going. Is I can just equip this permanently. Um, and honestly, it could have been a honest glitch caused from when I had them on MU when I disconnected this thing, so it could have been something as simple as that. Okay. Handbrake. Now I gotta remember where the frick the starter is. Starter right there. Oh, wow. I haven't seen what this looks like through it. Cause I kind of skipped the DH4 when I did this playthrough. I used the hell out of it in realistic. Alright, so we need to grab E3 and hook that up to the others. Then get the rest of the train put together. I just have to be really careful because this will um this is not the same as a DE6. And that goes without saying, but the dynamic braking heats the engine up far quicker, as does the throttle. It doesn't have as powerful cooling as DE6 does. At the same throttle level. So that's something I'm going to have to be very careful of. Eleven, 5. Well, I'm glad at least I found out about that before I started traveling. Because that would have been a not so nice glitch to find out en route. Although I probably would not have gotten past the friggin' wouldn't have gotten out of harbor most likely. Is it getting daylight? Forward. The dynamic brake also works differently. It's based off of turbine RPM. So it does lose its effectiveness at a certain point. Unlike the DE6, which you can bring your train to a complete stop using nothing but dynamic brake. All right. Okay. That's set. I need to buy some more reels. Alright, time to grab the rest of the train. Yeah, you can hear the slug winding up. Alright. Alright. I need E11. Alright. Yeah, I think I might succeed in getting this thing going By daylight. Right. Alright, that's a much more responsive independent brake. I didn't get half that response last time. The other side about the DH4 over the DE6 is not nearly as much fuel. Well, it's about 1,000 units less fuel. Here comes the sun. Doo 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 doo. Alright, E5, which is this behemoth right here. That one's gonna be fun, because that's in the coal power plant, and we gotta play Ring Around the Rosie with that one. I'm hoping to make enough to get my Hazmat 3. Oh, fudge. Alright, it's official, guys. This is almost a full kilometer train when this is all put together. It is 992.85 meters. Yes, yes, it is. No, I wasn't kidding about saying I had half of the train being pulled by the DE6, the other half is behind the DH4. I wasn't kidding about that. And the adaptive zoom, the zoom barely goes out far enough to cover the whole train. Yeah, remember, I would rather have, instead of DH4, I would rather have another DE6. But, now, beggars can't be choosers in this case. I think I have enough run up. I'm gonna really have to punch it, though. Okay, farm, oil well central, and set up the basic. I'm gonna try to go up through here. If I can make it, that'll be the quicker route. The west, I do need to go through. Oh, well, central, I need to make sure I'm going through the center. I'll have to back up into storage 6S because that's going to have something. Farm. There's 2 outbounds. Or no, there's only 1 inbound, isn't there? Yeah, there's only 1 inbound, so both can go into 2I. And machine factory. Whether it goes into 3I or 4I, I don't know. Coal power plant only has 1. No, it doesn't. It has 2 inbounds. That might be long enough. I think that'll go to 2I, I hope. Alright, well, let's... Daylight. And we have nothing but sun for a while. Perfect. Alright, actually, I need to make sure... that is on. Okay. Admittedly, I'm going to save. I'm going to try making it without using DH4. See if I can do it. I'll know for future reference. Alright. First, we'll save just in case I don't make it up. By the way, to give you guys an idea. There's the front. There's the back. And why am I going in reverse? Because I totally had it in reverse. Yep. Let's try going forward this time, Matt. Or Umi. Forward, Umi. Forward. Alright, give me a second here. Turn that off. Like I said, I'm going to try to set DH4. To get DH4 going, all I really have to do is throw it out of throttle, turn this on to TX, and it'll start connect. It'll connect. Should connect with DH4. But this will give me a good idea what the capabilities of it is, of the slug boosting the 2 DE6s are. Alright, we're rolling, so let's let the engine cool down a bit here. We're not on the uphill yet, so that's why I'm letting the engine cool. Alright, now we're on the uphill. Alright, here we go. Now, I fully expect us to slow down. That's going to happen regardless. We're already halfway up, 300 meters from the switch. It's still uphill on the other side, but it's not as hard of a climb. That TM temp is what has me watching in caution here. You gotta remember, if I remove the DH4, come on, girl, you can do it. Oh, Slice, welcome in. There's your hydrant, and thank you for the Fox blush to the face. Oh, that is still Oh, that's still climbing. In the forward position? Okay. Fair enough. Okay, we're gonna reload. Not too much. Trying to get my train up a hill. I'm seeing if the DH or DE6 can do it with that DH4, and it wasn't pulling not well. And DH4 doesn't really. Give this one more try, and then we'll have to only use DH4. Well, to be fair, I'm punching way above this thing's weight level. Okay, so we're gonna try something different. We're gonna go through City South. City South has a lot less. Okay. But to be fair, I'm hauling a 1 kilometer train, and it weighs almost 2,900 pounds, which is about 500 pounds over this thing. What I can actually carry with two DE6s and the slot DE6s. I'm more or less also running this as a test for what the DE6 can do. So, City South could get through that line there, so we're not having to mess with anything. This does have some uphills through this pathing, but not quite as steep or as many as up here. Plus, we have some run up to get more speed before we hit that, which can be all the difference. I just need to get most of the train onto the flat ground and off the hill. You guys, to give you an idea, there's the start. There's the first train. There's the back of it. Our first attempt didn't go well, so I'm going to try the secondary route. And to be fair, just for notice, this is off, which means we are not using the DH4 right now. So we are trying this without the DH4, so and you gotta remember, I'm figuring I probably need the DH4 to pull this off. So I'm literally testing the crap out of this engine right now. Rather than two DE6s and the slug combination. See what it can pull. Okay, back down one. As I will slow down, but I will fry my engine. That way I know where this is flat. Yep, I know. You're warm. I need at least half the train on flat ground. And I need to pull it off before... Oh. Hello. Did that go up? Awesome. I can back off a little bit. Yep, we're speeding up. Alright, so it looks like this way works. And the engine's cooling down. Perfect. Alright, so I'm gonna do this. Okay, there it is. So I'm gonna turn off the DH4 for now. That way I'm not wasting any fuel on it. From it. Oh, slight uphill. Okay. Does not have diesel. Not gonna lie, I may... Oh, I think we're okay on fuel so far. We're fueling at the other end for sure. Anyway, there you go, Sleepy. We now know that 2 DE6s and the slug can haul 2,887 tons away from harbor, as long as you take that, go in towards city south. And we're coming up on city south right now. I just need to make sure that the track ahead of me is clear. Alright, this is 50 kilometers. Speed limit through here. I'm gonna make sure I'm at that when we hit the friggin' other side. Now comes the second challenge. This is mostly uphill. However, it is a low grade, so it's only about 1 grade for uphill. But it's still our second challenge. Okay, there is one. Max speed right now is 50. Because the back half of that train is not clear to go any higher than that. And neither is the front because of this. So if you look... Oh, hey, I might have to look at that one. Where is it? Here it is. Sleepy? That is an amazing tool that will absolutely help. Because what it does, it's an interactive map that will show speed, but most importantly, it shows the grades, up and downhill grade. Ah! Well, that was delayed sound. What the hell? Night vision, stealth fox. Yeah, Sleepy, that'll help with the grades. That's how I found out about this in the first place. Or found out about this route in the first place was because of this. Now, it's not perfect, because you can still underestimate how heavy your load is versus how far the train can go and stuff. But it'll still give you a better idea of what you're looking at. Like, up through Iron Mine West, I tried taking over heavy loads up through there, but I couldn't get enough run up to be able to make it all the way up. So that's half of it. Going out of Harbor, that's easy because you can get up to the 40 before you hit that incline. Iron Mine West, not quite as much. I wasn't able to do it. Not in rain, anyway. And of course, as always, you have to take that into account. Okay, is it raining? Or is it dry? If it's raining, you're gonna lose a lot of traction. Coal mine east. Oh, up along the side path here. I'm trying to think if that's. I don't think that's new. They added some new ones. I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, through steel mill. Okay. Yeah, you see, this line here where Coal Mine South is didn't used to be a thing. So you couldn't go the way I am. Neither was City South. This existed, but this here didn't. So you couldn't go this way to go around that. So yeah, you had to take that. I'm slowing down, aren't I? Yes, I am. It's really slow, though. And that makes sense. You would have needed the water. Honestly, I'm glad they added a bunch of water sites. Almost every single one has water now, and you practically need it for the 060. That thing is water hungry. Oh, I don't doubt that. The 060 is a very, very hungry train. Alright, I'm cutting to save some fuel here. We're not really slowing down, so that works. If we start slowing down, I'll have to add up again. Oop, a little bit. Oh, fudge. Oh, fudge. Oh, fudge. Alright, am I going through the load zone? Okay. I forgot to check to make sure I wasn't going somewhere I was gonna run into something. By the way, this is where we found one of my demonstrators. Oh, 1AS. Coming through. Alright, I'm gonna hit it again. Let's take the opportunity to get up to speed. By the way, my train is longer than the station for steel or coal mine south. And now it's downhill. Downhill or flat for most of this, I believe. So once you get up into coal mines, past that switch, it's pretty smooth sailing for heavy trains. So the two major challenges are right here, coming out of harbor, and then this section right here are the two uphills. After that, it's flat / downhill all the way up through here to either steel mill or farm. And a train this size, chances are you're letting go of something at one of these locations. For us, it's farm. Go ahead and push it again. Try and get up to 5. There we go. By the way, the expected income is anywhere between 183,000 to about 275,000 is the expected income based on how many bonus times I get, if I get any. Alright, now we're going to put the dynamic brake to work. And hopefully not my actual brakes. We have a lot of speed we've got to check. Or we've got a lot of weight and we have to keep it down to about 50 because of the corners back there. Well, that's a nice shot. Again, front, and there's the back. That's a little late to hit that. Yeah, I hit that way too late to actually do anything with it. All right, we're hitting dynamic brake. Our train's already half, 3/4 the way to Oil Well Central. You know the worst part? Actually, no, I don't have to walk all the way back because I can set myself to start here. Thank God for that. I was have to walk a whole clock. You know what? Screw it. I'll do it anyway, just because. Teleport is the thing after all. Oh, wow. I'm sure you guys saw that. But everything despawned, that's how far out we were. Oops. "31 minutes." Yeah, there's stuff in 6. Oh. Oil. Oil. Nothing. Hmm. I'm honestly hoping nothing despawns. It comes back, but that's their way of saving memory. Although there is a mod that's called persistent jobs, and it's an interesting one because things stay put, they don't despawn. So if you forget to uh do shunting on a load you brought in earlier, it's gonna be sitting on the track when you come back. That's gonna be pretty damn close. Please don't have despawn. Please don't have despawn. It hadn't. Oh, it just did. Uh, hopefully they come back. Come on. I mean, I'm going to storage. It's not going to have anything dangerous that'll explode on me, but Okay, they stayed. Blue one. All right. Well, long run out. Oh, hey, is that rain? If it is, it's all. Actually, yeah, it might be rain. Yep, everything's getting wet. $40 minutes. So I have 26 minutes to get to City South, City West, and get that one turned in. That'll be easy. That's where the DH4 will come in. I did bring the hammer, right? Okay. I'm at half fuel. So I've used up half my fuel just getting this point. But everything from here is going to be far easier. D3I. Okay, so left, right. And I can turn the DE4 in here. And here's the rain they were talking about. It is going to A2I. That is awesome. Because uh-oh. Oh, that may be an awkward one. I think I can make it work. Okay. Right, left, right, right, and a 2I. Alrighty. There's your hydrate. Coal power plant's just always a little touchy. One, two. Okay. And minus 171. And the DH4, because that's not coming with. Okay. Oh yeah, of course it's really raining. Holy. Well, at least we are way lighter than we used to be. Actually, I think I'm gonna bring the DH4 with me. How heavy is that train? Oh, maybe not. 'Cause that is heavy. I don't think the DH4 has the pulling power, does it? I think it's all flat. I'm gonna try it and see what happens. Right now, I need to slow this train down. Oh, am I going uphill? No, it's rainy. If I can, I think I can pull those with DH4 as long as it's flat. Is this is it getting that late? Jesus. Okay, I do not actually need that. I thought I was going to, but I didn't. But it's awesome to know that that is a that we can pull that much. Now, again, it was not raining. The tracks were not wet. I don't think I can pull that off with a wet track. And we'll carry the DH4 all the way up to, way up farther. Wait, hang on. That's That's storage, not, Hold on, I have the wrong track here. What was I thinking? I wasn't. Okay. Well, I'm glad I have so much time. Alright. Yeah, I'm on track to get the maximum income as long as I don't mess up too much. Actually, I forgot that this was if I'd realized it was this, I could have just drove it in instead of backing in. 75 out of 66. $72. Those are 76. All right. All right, let's get back to back up. And I'm just gonna leave that running. All right. Oh, okay. That's fine. Well, if it keeps sliding, I'll have to lower it again. Yeah. Oh, that was way earlier, Kevin. So 2,887 tons, and I got it up this hill here and up through basically all the way up to here before I got rid of the first load. And that was without needing the DH4 that I am hauling with me. So the DE6, 2 DE6s, and a slug in dry weather can haul 2,887 tons. And by the way, that train was 1 kilometer long. mean, it's still not a short train. So there's the back, or there's the back, there's the front. To give you an idea, this was the front of it, and the back was clear back here on the train before. To give you an idea how long it actually was. I've gotten rid of a few consists. I've gotten rid of 4 orders so far. And ate about half my fuel. Oh, ad breaks. Ads. Ads. Mark. Oh, it's gonna roll downhill. That's even better. Oh shit. No, that way. There's one in back, but I've only had to use it to shunt so far. I wound up not having to use it to actually go uphill or go up the hills at all. I originally thought I was going to have to, but I wound up not needing it. I thought to try without, and I managed to succeed. I'm sure if it was raining, I was gonna need it, but... well worth it, though, because these trips is gonna give me, at minimum, $183,945. But here's the kicker. This is not a minimum, because I've gotten multiples that are with the time bonus. Which will give me 2,000... yeah, you're slipping. Which will give me 2,007 or 275,917 with time bonus. Okay, no. Whoop, hang on. Oh god. Uh 66 is where I'm gonna let go. Let's see if this idea of mine works. Okay, so I just need to get past there. Okay. But at least I know now from in dry weather, I can haul almost 3,000 tons up that hill. Actually, I could probably push 3,000 tons with the DE6 if and the slug combination. But yeah, right now I'm using the DH4 as help for some of the shunting, side shunting. Like this train needs to go here, but I've got to go all the way back, or I had to go all the way around with it, which I'm just gonna back this up and then move it forward onto this track. And mark is that's where the train has to go down. By the way, welcome to the coal power plant. Oh, they have a 282 here? Oof. Oh, hello. I didn't realize they had 282 here at the coal power. Well, I guess that makes sense. I've seen the DM3 and I've seen the 060. I didn't realize the 282 spawned here. Alright, where's the... There it is. Now this is punching a couple hundred tons above its own weight for 2 grade, but this is all flat, I want to say. Close to flat. Oops, too much. There it is. Alright, let's go turn this in at the office. Get around the buildings. $70 out of 72. Okay, we are not gonna max out. No, we're not. Okay, no, that's fine. It sucks, but I'm still made quite a bit. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure. I should have enough to. Okay. This one is going to C4. The other one's going to C3. Yeah. Okay. I might be able to get the timing if I was to jump straight into the other train, but that's not a guarantee. Okay. Honestly, it was. I'd rather get the I'd rather get the bonus off the coal power plant one. But which is what we did. That's still 63,000. I think I only need 29 for Hazmat 3. And that's what I'm trying to achieve here. Okay, there's the back of it. See, I know it was a pretty decent long train. But yeah, we weren't going to make it in 6 minutes. As much as I want to. And it's still going to be a good payday. And there's always a chance we'll find the infamous trams here, which is an instant payday because those are extremely light. I can do them with one. They're extremely light and they're extremely heavy on income. And DH4 will wind up stopping here. Um, I honestly, if there are trams, I'm using that definitely towards the demonstrators. Are we lucky? Oh my god, are those trams or buses? No, those are tractors. Damn. Oh, a couple things to tractors, that ain't bad. Those are pay half decent. Uh, uh, yeah, 4 minutes over. Actually, hang on. No, we're gonna. Okay. All right. I need 290 after. I may not have quite enough for Has 3. It'll be really freaking close. There it is. Now, admittedly, I don't have to service mine, per se. I only have to service, the one that's being used. Or the one that's from... Oh, just the final delivery. I did not get full income, or I didn't get all the bonuses, so I'm a little I might be a little short getting Hazmat 3. The last two from Machine Factory didn't make it. Where's the fuel port? Okay, you go a little further. So I'm doing servicing to see how much. Oh, sure, you have all the DE6s out here. Couldn't you shared one with the harbor? Okay. Oh. All right. Now, I did turn this one off because I did not want this using up any more fuel. Because this is the one I have to have service to get my license. Not quite far enough. Uh, I don't think there's anything in storage, but I'm not gonna take the chance. Whoa, hi. Ooh. Oh, it's an unload. You know what? That's probably gonna be a pretty decent unload. I'm gonna have to bring my DE2 in here then. You guys get it. You guys will get to see missiles. There's an unload for missiles over there. Wait, why does Machine Factory need missiles? I have questions. Yeah, it's like I have questions, but I really don't know if I want the answers. Oh, Kevin, that's a nice thought, but it's an unload, which means they were delivered here. They were delivered to out to here. They're being unloaded here. Oh, rain, rain, go away. Nokia. By the way, once we get Hazmat 3, we will have all the licenses, which also means we can use take spent nuclear fuel. If Harbor has it, we can take spent nuclear fuel, and we can take what's it's called classified. But and I use this in thought endearingly. The classified has biohazard markings on it. So I don't know what we're hauling. Yeah. My first thought is, oh great, it's military. We're hauling bioweaponry, biochemical weaponry. But they do pay out pretty good. Oh, ads. Oh. So I'll call my DE2 and we'll do some unload. It's raining again. All right, let's go. All right, that's all the licenses. So we have a 1 million copay for insurance purposes, and we have a minus 32% time bonus deadline total. So time bonuses are reduced by 32%. And licenses owned, we have 25 out of 25. So all that is officially left is um doing the last two demonstrators. Getting them up and running. There we go, chat. There's some missiles for you. We will be unloading these babies and some military cars. Hold on. Was there something else here? Nope, just those. $13,000. And that's a haul down to the harbor. So 4L. Right, find the missiles. Where is it? There it is. Now, where's L? Right next to us? Alright. Yeah, there's a better view of the missiles. I love the detail they put into the anchoring, too. Here, let me latch on. It's got the little anchor points at the nose and tail. They got little structural supports along the bottom of it to hold it in place. They did a really nice job with the design for a lot of these cars. E2S. Which is there. Alright. And this is probably going to be a logistic haul. I just don't know to where. All right. Uh, 1,000 and yep, yes, let's just call up to military base. Okay. All right, what do we got? We have the unhauls, unloads that we just dropped. Did? Oh, and they're simple, little one drop offs. That's not bad. Uh, let's scrap, and we got forest south and farm. Can I do that combination? Yes, I can, but not with the sawmill included. Not in the time frame I have. Okay, so yeah, that's those aren't great though. There really is nothing going on. All right, let's go. Let's get the rest of these guys. Hopefully, and I only have one more I gotta sort out. All right, I do have more DE6s here if we need them. I actually have three. But what I might do is for the sake of earning. How heavy are those? So for the sake of earning the last demonstrators, I might go back and use the 282 again. It'll take a bit long. It might take a little bit long. Well, circumstance permitting. Like here, these are barely gonna even test its strength. I should get those shunted to see where I get off that. That being said, guys, I'm gonna end it here tonight. That was the original plan. I did an extra shunt more than I intended, mainly to make sure I got the license. So we did manage to get Hazmat 3, so we have all licenses. When we get back down to harbor, we'll see what we have for military. Maybe see if there's some classified, some fuel rods, stuff like that. We might even take a trip up to military base later. I'm definitely want to play around with the 282 again a little bit if for these two, and see what I can do about shunting with these guys. That being said, no stream tonight after tomorrow at 1. I kind of try and have a day off if I can. That way I don't burn myself out streaming. And a chance that, and I want to do some Elite Dangerous stuff. We will have stream Saturday, however. I'm not sure what it will be, but we will be having it. And hopefully Musk and hopefully Rob will be joining us. We'll have to see how that goes. Everything else, though, that being said, I will see you guys Saturday about 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you everyone for watching, and please have a good night or morning. Later.